We're being attacked from behind!
Worse than worse. We have to find another tactic fast.
I feel stronger!
They're attacking from the side!
I feel stronger!
Just
Greg,
eight
I need
members
to hit
shooting at
something.
hurts. Well, thank you for that. you for that. My skill is improving!
I feel stronger.
Stramina Romani. Stramina Romani. That won't work.
That won't work.
That won't work.
Marasa, why have you abandoned me? All that I did was in your name.
The battle was over. Erebos, the master of assassins, had been slain, and with him ended his terrible legacy, the last of those tainted by the Elder Wars. Only one last thing remained to be done.
For some, he was a pirate, a barbarian, a criminal. He was all of these things, but yet he was so much more. To me, there's only one word that fully captures who he really was. Crag Hack was a hero and a father.
This is not, however, where our story ends. Before the crisis in Carthal, the Empress was imagined by her opponents to be naive and idealistic, ill-suited to rule the Empire. They soon realized how wrong they were. For when John Morgan was appointed governor of the peninsula, he had received a very precise set of instructions. By refusing to play Erebos's hand, John avoided a direct conflict between Carthal and the Empire, and that in turn prevented a war with Irulan and the Seven Cities. Having raiders, wanton adventurers, deal with the threat, well, that had been the Empress's plan all along. And by granting partial autonomy to Carthal, she put the Empire in a position of force. The horrors of Uriel's deception were a thing of the past, and the Empire was now seen as a new and enlightened nation. As for the raiders, as Crag hacked before them, they would continue their adventuring ways and become legends in their own right. The world would remember them as heroes. Each worthy of a legacy of their very own. True to their promise, the raiders brought Owen's ashes to Carthal's Chapel of Elrath, so that he could finally rest in the city of his birth. Transformed by the raiders' mercy, Luke left the brigands and travelled to Hammer Fall, where he became a raider himself. He finally made his mother proud, in his own way. Ripley was a brute and a murderer. He deserved to die. Could Kirk have redeemed himself? Maybe, maybe not. The raiders made him answer for his crimes and sent him on to the dragons. The ancient Shantiris built their elemental forges to imbue their greatest warriors with the powers of the dragon gods. For the first time in centuries, in the heart of the Forge of Spring, the 6 dragons chose new champions. Having discovered Lord Hart's marriage to the dark elf Leodan, the raiders chose to protect the lovers from the Inquisition. Hart and Leodan later had a son, Mirim. Something tells me he's destined for great things. His bestiary completed, the strange man known as Jasad Atqua left the peninsula. Nobody knows where he went, but the night of his disappearance, strange events were witnessed. Several villagers of Sorpigal claim they saw a bright egg-shaped object spring up from the depths of the sea and ascend into the starry sky. While the raiders were not able to save the knight Mombar from his madness, they did fulfill his dying wish by finding his long-lost daughter, Rosalie.